Getting together for the first time, I think, with a couple of like-minded individuals. It's the All-Purpose Podcast. Greg Dortch, of course, the star of the show. Our guy, Brittan Golden. You see him every Sunday here on PHNX Cardinals, PHNX Sports. The GM, you see him on a daily basis here, PHNX Suns, and more. Saul Bookman, and I'm Bo Brock. See me on PHNX Cardinals. Excited to get this crew together because I knew Brittan Golden and Greg Dortch were going to hit it off. Two guys that played very similar positions, had similar rises to their NFL careers, undrafted free agents, do anything that's going to get you on the playing field, kick returns, punt returns, wide receivers as well. Glad to get you guys together. Brittan, thanks for joining us, man.
No, it's good to get here, man. I've been a fan, though. I've been a fan since you got out here, bro.
Man, I appreciate it.
I love the underdog story. I love how it comes in, and I get to see what happened. What would have happened if I was as good as you returning that kick, baby?
Appreciate that, man. Nah, it's definitely cool to get on here and chat it up with you.
And Saul Bookman gets to see some of the players you put on his roster.
Out of place right now. I'm in between two fucking high-level athletes. I'm just some fat ass sitting between them. Like, all right, that's cool, man.
Sorry,
all
bro.
good.
I'm getting fat too,
bro. Man, do I see your damn Instagram videos? Stop with that, man. He be working out all the time, man, doing deadlifts and doing all this fucking,
Health is wealth. Health is wealth. Sure.
I'm alive. I woke up this morning.
Let's just say this: half the set is former NFL player, current NFL players.
That's true,
right?
That's true, yeah,
At least half the people on this set. Greg, how we feeling? Tough go on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Got some opportunities out there. Had some big returns as well.
Yeah.
What was your takeaways from Cleveland?
Obviously, we wanted to win. So when you don't do that, you don't feel as good. Punt return wise, I feel like I had opportunities, and I took advantage of some of the opportunities that I had. But just as an overall unit, man, we just have to continue to try to get better and just make the plays. When our numbers called out there, just try to make that play. And I think the team would be better off.
How good did it feel to truck homie?
You seen that?
Hell yeah, I saw that.
That's funny. Yeah, all the teammates was just pumped, man. Just hype. I was like, yeah, I live too. I live a little bit.
Right? That's right.
A little bit too.
Take me through like a terrifying situation, because I talked to Jeff Rogers today. Losing a ball in the sun has got to be a brutal feeling. Obviously, no, nothing on you for that.
Yeah, no. Like I mean, me personally, man, I take my job like serious. So like, whether it's raining, whether it's snowing, like my job is to catch punts, and obviously that's just an unfortunate thing that happened. When we came out of halftime, we seen that the sun was facing where I would have to catch punts at. And as soon as he hit it off his foot, I lost it. And I tried my best to kind of figure out where it was at, but I'd rather just get away from it and just not take a chance than try to barely see it and catch it. Right. So I let that one go. And they did a really good job. I think the ball got down inside the 5. So hats off to them, man. They made a play too. They get paid just like we do. But that's just unfortunate that the sun was right there in that spot. And so the next one, I tried to go back to the house with the next one for sure.
Do you have like an alert that you say? Like, there's a keyword, right?
Poison, Peter, just get away. We flail our arms, just tell everybody to get away.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, the most important part of your job, get the ball into the offense's hands, and that's what you did. I mean, obviously, you want to give them a better field position, but at that point, you can't see it. You just, like you said,
there's no point.
Just get out of the way. So. What's some of the, like, do you remember, does that give you flashbacks to your career?
Listen, that especially when you play that early game, that midday game, that's something right up at the top.
Yeah, I took my visor off and everything, man. I took my visor off.
If you can't find it, the best thing to do is go. Just get out the way. And like you said, if they down it on the 1, they down it on the 2, great punt, great play. But it's a lot better than me standing underneath that trying to make something out of nothing, and then it bounces off your chest or something and now they got the ball on the 1 yard line.
That's true.
A lot of people don't really understand that.
No, nobody understands that outside of punt returners.
Yeah.
Because then they mad at you. Why ain't you feel this? Why ain't you feel that? And it's like, all right, Pep, come stand out here when you got 11 grown-ass men coming down here.
Just full speed.
Ready to murder you.
For sure.
I couldn't even imagine that.
No.
Luckily for me, the only time I was a punt returner was in flag football, so I didn't have any problems.
That counts.
No, it does not.
It was a punt return to the house last night too. I think during the game.
Yep. First score of the game.
Yeah, that was
First
tough.
one.
I would be if you gave Saul and myself 10 punts off the foot of an NFL punter, I don't think we field one of those.
No,
Just-
bro.
just-
No. I'm not
I would
having
love
that.
to see it.
No, I
Oh,
can.
for 10?
No. I'm catching almost all.
are
of them.
you?
Oh yeah,
catch 10?
1,000,000%.
I
I'm
got
catching
3
almost
for
all
you.
of them.
I give you 3 out of 10.
You think I can't catch at least 3?
3 out of 10?
My God,
that's
we're gonna
the
do
max
this.
I'm gonna give you.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
Off of a foot,
I'm
I'll
catching-
even give you a jugs machine. I'll let you do it off a jugs
serious?
machine.
I'm catching at least 5 out of 10.
You serious?
1,000,000%.
No, you're dead serious.
I'm dead serious.
5?
Wow.
Yeah, I
So
got.
I'm
I
being
got,
generous with 3.
Yo, I got skills, bro.
I get
don't
it.
care,
Listen,
man.
you could have been athlete.
Yo, I'm catching a punt.
You got to wear a helmet because if it hits you in the head,
You sleep.
Yeah, we got to put a helmet on you.
We gonna have to call the ambulance.
The helmet might change things, but I still think I can do it.
I mean, that.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
No,
I'm not,
no,
like
sure. You're
I
not
can
the only
catch.
one that thinks like that.
I can catch.
You're not the only one that thinks that.
I've done it before.
Hey, put it this
I've
way.
caught punts before.
But when-
I had
JP?
people in my neighborhood do this, right?
Okay.
So when I was at the end of the career, I went to Tampa to work out strictly for punt returns, right? This is like 2019, into 2019. And I had 2 guys in my neighborhood. I had to go get a jugs machine from the local high school. And then we took it out to the field by the house, shot him up. He was, I could do this. I said, all right, fam, get back there. I gave him about 7 chances. You know how many he caught?
Zero.
Goose.
Zero.
Okay.
And that's off the jug machine. If
A
you ask
foot is
anybody,
way different.
A foot is harder, yeah.
Yeah.
It's harder. The
You
ball
know where
comes
it's going
out
with a
different.
jugs machine.
Yeah. It's totally
It's aimed
different.
in direction.
I got
Totally
you.
different.
I got you. I'm just saying. I'm
you
not
say you
And a
I'm
left-footed punter?
not taking an
A
L.
left-footed punter and a
Left-footed
right-footed
too,
punter
yeah.
is
I'm not
2
taking
different
an L. I'm gonna catch at least more than one. I know that.
That's why I gave you 3.
I appreciate that. I think I could do 5, but that's cool. Hey, whatever. I didn't say I was going to catch all 10 though.
It's
I did
I mean,
first.
I've seen Greg Dortch catch 6 in a row with holding all footballs.
Oh, so
that's
you can go for that.
and you coulda gone
Most
for
I did was
7.
like 5, and
Yeah,
I
6 is
hated
tough.
that. They
6
try to
is
get me
tough.
doing it at workouts. Hey, you got to catch multiple. I say, how many balls do you think I'm going to catch when the game starts? It's 1 punt
Right,
getting put
yeah.
up in the air. Why do I need to catch 6? What does
Yeah,
that do
nah.
for me?
You got to at least try it just one time during the fall camp, the summer camp.
Oh, yeah.
to see how many you can get. But after that,
All that is just tracking it.
yeah.
We're going to do this. We're going to do this.
Yeah, we'll set it up.
Yeah, I
I got
gotta
a
see
jugs
it.
machine
I
at the
gotta
gym.
see it.
Let's do it. I'm here. I'm ready.
We got a jugs machine right over there in Mason. Come hang out, man.
I got to see this, man. I got to see it.
We're setting up our guy GM Saul Bookman.
For failure. Yeah, I got you.
What's the over under? What's the BetMGM spread on that?
He said 3.
I got 3.
He said
I
3,
got
but yeah,
3
I
on
would
it.
say 2.5.
2.5. All right, I could beat 2.5.
See, that's the thing.
Flex
Off
from
the jug,
Jersey saying it's
off the
easy.
jug, I might can give you 3. Off the foot, I'm giving you none. I don't think you can catch that
All right.
one.
Well, we don't have a professional punter that could be punting to me.
I could
so-
probably find one.
Definitely can find
Hey, if you can find one, let's do it. I don't care.
It's unbelievable.
Don't be kicking that shit out of bounds though. Be like, oh, you didn't catch any.
Oh, no, you're going to work on it. You're going to have to stand on the numbers and go to the other numbers and get it.
No, that don't count. We got to see you track it a little bit.
I got you.
What's the worst you've seen? Like, have you seen? Because obviously, I'm sure coaches see athletes back there and like, let's just put them back there, and they don't take into consideration all the variables that go into fielding a punt. Have you ever seen anybody just wear one in the face?
Oh, bro, it doesn't matter what level of play. I've watched, dude, I seen guys in high school that just, this like hug in the air.
Yeah.
And it was like, damn, I thought he was an athlete. College. And it'd be some of the best athletes on your team.
Yeah.
It's like, think about this. You've seen some of these guys that play in the NFL. You've seen them play NBA, whatever other respective sport, and they try to go play the other sport, or just watch some guys try to throw a football.
Nah, that's different though.
Watch
Like,
a DB or somebody else try to throw a football.
especially like today's athletes. Like today's athletes are very much like I'm gonna just say this: when they get to like that close to high school age, like they're
One
kind of
sport.
told to
Single
go one
sport.
sport. Like I didn't grow up like that.
Nah,
I played
man.
multiple
You
sports.
played
I
4 in high school.
baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, football, like the whole 9. So like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think being a more well-rounded athlete.
I
I
play
mean,
football.
We're
I
old,
got it.
though. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Oh, I
new
know.
age.
Oh, I know.
It's a new
I
age.
know. Listen, I'm hoping that shit stays between the hashes. But I know
Somebody said
reality
take
is
it
I'm just.
people killing it in the chat. People saying roasting our guy Saul here is taking the under. Brian, how many is bow catching with a cell phone because of my story from Kyler Murray? I couldn't catch a
Yeah,
dot
I mean, yeah.
from
I
K1.
don't know
Look,
why
I
you-
came out of the gate saying
Drop it.
0.
Yeah,
Why'd you
that's
just
true.
drop it? Just
You
drop
got my
the phone.
I've got insurance, but I still don't want. I got to go to the Apple store and get it replaced at that point.
Jakai knows. Record and post that. Most definitely money on Saul. Thank you, Jakai. I appreciate that.
Okay. It's not going to win you brownie points just because you're nice in the chat.
Jessica, we have to see how this plays out now. Absolutely. I see some comments on Kyler Murray. We'll get into Kyler Murray potentially coming back. All signs pointing to return of K1. Fire gut driving the damn bus. I'm taking the under on Saul. It's brutal, but you're all part of our inner circle. We're having some fun today. Join the Circle K inner circle. Obviously, get in and download, sign up on the app, the new app, America's Thirst Shop for, of course, Circle K. Free membership program. Save 25 cents per gallon on your first 5 fill-ups. Save 3 cents per gallon every day by becoming part of the inner circle. Every 6 free selection from Circle K products, pizza, coffee, ice cold fountain drinks. Join the inner circle for a free download. Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply at participating locations. Visit CircleK.com for more details. All right, let's get into that conversation. Kyler Murray looks like he's poised to come back. I'm hearing lots of great things from Jonathan Gannon, Drew Petzing today. I even talked to Nick Rawlis about it. How's it feel inside that locker room to potentially get your franchise quarterback back?
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, hey, you know the drill. You know the drill.
It feels really good.
Say what you can say.
It feels really good, man. Not gonna lie. I guess everybody just have to wait.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till the end of the week to see how it plays out.
Yeah, we'll see if he plays. Man, I swear if he don't play, man,
There's gonna
there's gonna be some chair flying at Gila River Casino this weekend. I know that because I'm gonna be upset.
Hit the golf ball.
Listen, I appreciate the people that participated at the quarterback position this season, but I'm ready to see Kyler again, man. I want to see Kyler. I want to see him play this week. Like I'm tired. I want to see a good quarterback back there. I'm not saying the other ones were bad, but
there's another gear. There's another gear.
Yeah, there's another level. That's why he's a superstar. You know, I just need to see him.
I mean, I don't think, Brittan, when you were playing, when the quarterback room was Carson Palmer, Drew Stanton, I don't think anybody would take it as disrespect. Like, hey, I want to see Carson Palmer back out there. I think there's something, Greg, probably just where you have your franchise quarterback back, right? It just takes
makes
it
you
up
feel
a notch.
better.
Yeah.
Well, one, you got the guy that you started the season with. You know, even if he's your franchise guy, whether you started the season or not. Mm-hmm. He's the one you want back there. He's the one you got back there. And obviously, you've had a rapport. You play with him. Mm-hmm. So you know that ball, it's a little bit, it's just more that can happen, especially with him back there. You talk 100%. About scramble drill and stuff like this. He looks like he's dead to rights in that backfield, but he's so quick, he going to get out of it. And now it's up to receiving. Now you can have fun. Now it just turns into backyard ball. Let me just get open.
And I feel like that's his style of play.
100%.
Backyard ball, just making plays, man. He can make plays with his legs, his arm. But he's a Heisman Trophy winner. He's a player. Like everybody knows that, and I think that's why everybody's excited to see him come back whenever that happens.
It's wild how in the NFL universe how things work out, where Dobbs goes to Minnesota and plays the team that Kyler might come back against the very next week, and so you have that kind of like that. Like what did Dobbs do on 4 days? And now Kyler's about to come and play that same team. Man, I hope Kyler just blows the door off the Falcons, man.
Man, speaking of Dobbs, man, shout out to Josh
Dobbs. He would do it.
What a day.
Kudos to him, man.
That might be one of the most incredible things I've ever seen in sports, period.
Yeah, that was tough, I ain't gonna lie.
If we didn't see it last year with Baker going from Carolina to, I think, the Rams and playing, I think, on a Thursday night, I wouldn't have believed it. I mean, it was we've now seen it in back-to-back seasons. Yeah. It doesn't discount it at all. But, I mean, take us through that. You guys are coming off the field, and then you probably turn on ESPN or SportsCenter and you see the highlights. I mean, you got to feel good for your boy.
Yeah, that was like I just said, man. Hats off to him. That's really, really hard to do. But I feel like if anybody can do it, he can do it. He has the mind for it, the confidence. So yeah, congrats to him, man.
Did you see the clip of him coaching up the offensive lineman on his snap?
I did. I
on the sideline.
On the sideline.
Yeah,
like, bro, we got 2 seconds before we got to go out.
I didn't even know his center's name.
Yeah, he didn't know.
He just looking on the back of the jerseys. Hey, fam, come on, we got to get a snap real quick.
72. Hey, come over here real quick. Like, what?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is just so wild, man. So wild. I know, he got traded, since the last episode we did. But like I always thought that he did a suitable job for the Cards. Like I liked his presence out there. He didn't come through all the time, but I felt like he was better than most backup quarterbacks. And I feel like you kind of saw that again in Minnesota. Hell, he did the same thing almost when he came here. He only had like 9 days to prepare for the Washington Redskins when he came here, and he played really well. Beat the Cowboys in 3 weeks. Like, come on, man.
He played well early. I mean,
quarterback's hard.
I ain't gonna get into it too crazy like we get it on Sundays. But, you know, at some point, you know, there's some other instances that go into bad quarterback play. It's not always just on your quarterbacks.
True,
you know, there's people calling plays too. So
I think when you look back at Joshua Dobbs, or if he's going to go to free agency next year, and they look at what he added to his resume, it's a positive.
Oh, he's going to make some money.
The job that he was asked to do, he did it.
He's going to get paid.
Yeah. 1,000,000% he's going to get paid.
I think he's moved into like that. I've seen some stuff like then who just got paid for the Falcons? The
Heineke?
Heineke, yeah. He was a backup. Fitzpatrick, like it's certain guys that are solid backup quarterbacks who you can depend on. Who like just have good careers in the league just because they're good backups.
What's his Chase Daniel?
Yeah.
Chase Daniel made $30-50 million as a
for
backup
nothing.
Quarterback. Chad Henne.
Did he ever even play?
I think he
started a few games when
40
people was out, but like
career.
The problem was Chase Daniel would come into the game and he had success. You know, Drew Stanton.
Yeah.
When Drew Stanton got thrown into the fire, we didn't miss. We didn't change the offense. We didn't do nothing. It's nice when you have a backup quarterback that you know can come in and still manage your football game.
Yeah.
Now there's gonna be peaks and valleys. You're gonna have games. Dobbs had great games. Dobbs had bad games out here. Yeah. But it's one of the things like us as fans, we're gonna criticize it. Yeah. When we're critiquing the game, of course we're gonna criticize it. But until you've been in that locker room, until you've seen it and experienced those valleys, you don't really understand it.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to get more into obviously both of you guys' path to getting to the NFL, because it's not your typical road. It's not, as much as we talk about Kyler, it's not the Heisman Trophy winning first round draft pick. Obviously you guys took your lumps, and it's made you the men that you are, and so impressive and fan favorites during your tenures with the Arizona Cardinals. So we'll get into that conversation. Got to tell everybody about Shady Rays, of course, our favorite sunglasses, our sunglass partner here at PHNX, premium polarized shades, independent sunglass company, world-class product, not at a world-class price. You can find it, of course, here in Scottsdale, Kierland Commons. They've got the store up there. You can use the promo code PHNX there. You'll get 50% off 2 or more pairs of premium polarized shades. They also have an insane protection plan on all their eyewear, where if you lose or you break your sunglasses, they are going to replace them. No questions asked. Check out their full array of products online, shadyrays.com, and also use that promo code there. PHNX going to get you 50% off 2 or more pairs of premium polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people. Shady Rays, shadyrays.com. All right, Greg, you went to Wake Forest. You went to, was it West Texas?
West Texas.
So you were D2, right? You played a couple of years with the Demon Deacs. Then you guys make your way out of college, and then it's right off the bat, like no, third day phone call or anything like that. You're just working with agents at that point to get a phone call, get an opportunity somewhere?
So during that time, I don't know about you, but my agent kind of was going back and forth with coaches and different teams that I possibly could sign with, and coaches were reaching out as well. So I kind of had a feel for teams that wanted to sign me. And I obviously went with the Jets just because they worked me out during the pre-draft process, and I felt like they were very interested in me and would give me a opportunity. So I signed with them. I'm just thankful for the journey that I went through. It really has made me into the man and the player that I am today. So I wouldn't change anything.
No, I mean, it was similar. I mean, the agent I had at the time was talking to people. I did pro days, did workouts for the teams at the pro day. Day 3 came. I mean, I got a phone call. The crazy part, I was playing slow pitch softball when I got called. I'm in the outfield, and I'm looking down, and I got a Chicago number calling my phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm wilding. But, when they called, Chicago called right after the draft. And I had been in talks with Seattle a little bit, or my agent was, and stuff like that. But it came in, Chicago offered a contract. It was an undrafted contract. It was on the dot. You come into minicamp, you come into OTAs. And then I had 4 or 5 other teams that called in and said, we want a tryout basis. So for me, it was just one on Division II. It wasn't highly touted. So the first contract I had, it was like I felt Chicago wanted me to be there. Same way. Yeah. So I They offered a contract. I signed on the dotted line immediately. Yeah, I'm from my little town in high school. It had about 3,800 people in it. You know what I'm saying? So just the fact that I got out of there was crazy. So I felt like I didn't have a choice at the time. So I signed on the dotted line. It was cool, man. It was fun. It just didn't work out how I wanted to.
No disrespect to whoever you were catching passes at West Texas, but was it like Cutler that you're catching passes from like months later?
Oh, yeah. Oh, the crazy part, my senior year in college, the quarterback was a sophomore. He was Tony Romo's backup in like 2015. But yeah, we had the quarterbacks I played for in college all broke like our conference record every year. They was all great. But then I left that, and a couple months later, I'm catching passes from Jay Cutler and Jason Campbell and I'm gonna forget it right now. McCown, Josh McCown, who might be the craziest white boy athlete I've ever seen in my life.
He's coaching now, right?
Yeah. I watched this man literally throw it off the backboard and windmill.
Bro, he almost got a head coaching job.
Really?
He almost got an NFL head coaching job.
But one of the brightest minds you'll ever know.
Smart
as hell.
Have you ever seen him? He had to go out and run routes in a game. He was playing wide receiver and making plays.
He might be one of the best athletes I've ever seen.
Who did that? Not Amendola. Patriots legend, receiver.
Oh, Edelman. Yeah, he was a quarterback in college.
I seen like film of him playing corner.
Yeah, he played corner in the league.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, he did everything.
I did too.
Yeah, and then, but that's not okay. That starts your journey, right? And Greg, you had this where you're in camp with the Jets. You're having a good camp, and then you have something with your abdomen, or you had an injury, right?
Yeah, that was in college.
Oh, okay.
I had punctured my intestine in college, so that was like way before.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that scared a lot of teams. But I ended up coming back the year after that, and I like won the comeback player of the year. So I was fine.
Yeah.
But that's still kind of a scary injury. Stomachs, ribs.
Oh yeah.
Guys kind of stay away from stuff like that.
But then it becomes the numbers game, right? I mean, and you don't have like on your resume out of the gates, first through 7th round draft pick, and they're trying to get down to 53. You don't get your opportunity really till you make your way to the desert.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. You try to kind of like help yourself by playing different positions, and that's why I think punt return and kick return helps me, because I'm not just a receiver. Coming in, I needed punt return and kick return to kind of establish my career and help me. And then later on, that's when you can kind of get into more of an offensive role. And you see many guys do that. Adam Thielen, he started his career on special teams. That's just one guy to name, but it's a bunch of guys that started like that, and then they got their shot on offense, and they never looked back.
Well, this league is just the more you can do.
Yep.
And at the point when you come in, if you're not a top 3 round draft pick, you've got to play special teams.
Yeah, you got to do something.
If you don't play special teams, you're not going to be here.
Yeah, nah.
At that point, so when it comes into returning kicks and returning punts and hell, running down on kickoff, if I got to do that in the preseason, I did all that. I did way more than that than I did a receiver.
Yeah.
Right? But at the end of the day, in the training camp, they had to keep me because it was one, Britt can play any receiver spot if somebody goes down. Plus, he's going to play punt. He's going to be on the punt team. He's going to return, and he's going to be on the kickoff team. And so, I mean, it's all you young boys out there, the more you can do will get you on a roster. Don't think you're going to come in here and play receiver or corner, whatever it is, straight off the bat.
You were telling me a hilarious story, and I hate to, when we were talking about Kyler coming back, the toughest thing is just getting him in football shape, and how they use you to get Tyrann Mathieu back into football shape. And after practice, they would send Honey Badger out there, and you would have to catch balls, and he would get into shape by tackling you.
So they would do it, bro. So it was early season. I'm telling you, right when the season started. So he was coming off the first ACL. Maybe it was the second. One of them ACLs he was coming off of. And week 1, right, they trying to get him integrated back into open field tackling. Practice was over, and I was on practice squad at the time. So it was like, Britt, they would just throw me bubbles. He just throw me a bubble. I mean, it was one-on-one, so it's not like I was going to get crushed. I wasn't getting smacked.
No hospital ball.
Trying to make sure that he could tackle an open field. So it was just like run a bubble, get the ball, and it's just one-on-one right there at that point. So it was just like, what do you do? Just make a move, this and that. But it wasn't so much of go out there and try to sauce them.
Yeah, no.
Right? Because there's too much room out here. One-on-one with 50 yards to play with. Like,
yeah, you're supposed to sauce.
I better win. Yeah. But, stay in this area. We just got to work on that. So.
Yeah, that's a cool story, though.
Can you imagine if they said, hey, Greg, we got to get Buda Baker back up to speed?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. Excuse my language. I wouldn't mind it. Shit, I'm trying to help my brother get back. I'm trying to help my brother get back on the field, man. Whatever y'all need me to do.
I just imagine like some rook out there just like trying to establish himself. He just, oh, come on now. You can't guard me. Like what? Oh, no.
You see what they did a couple years ago with Derrick Henry? When they had the boys out there literally
stiff-arming them?
Yeah, dudes is literally on the knee.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And they just launching up, and he's just stiff-arming these boys. Like, coach, it comes to a point where I'm like, hey, I ain't doing that shit. No, that's crazy.
I wouldn't do that. I'm not gonna lie. That was crazy.
Yeah, the practice squad, whatever the weekly fee is, it ain't worth that much.
No shit. That was crazy. I mean, practice squad now is pretty hefty, so.
Oh, man. One last sponsor here I want to talk about, of course, FOCO, our friends over at FOCO, of course, the leading manufacturer of sports entertainment merchandise with product line that includes apparel, accessory, toys, collectibles, novelty items, and more. Best officially licensed gear for all sports fandoms, of course, Arizona Cardinals, D-backs, Sun season in full swing. You can get in on it with some Aloha shirts, straw hats, polos, bags, everything you need to celebrate your favorite team. Set direct decorations we got here. We got a lot of FOCO on set. Donated some awesome pieces for them. Check them out. FOCO has your back as being an Arizona sports fan. Check it out right now, FOCO.com, and you can save some money while doing so. PHNX, the promo code for all non-presale items. Use the promo code PHNX for 10% off at FOCO.com. All right, so high school playoffs starting to gear up again here in the Valley. We got some big matchups, but does it take you guys back this time of year? When you were kind of starring on the high school gridiron, you won 1 or 2 state championships.
And it's nothing like Friday Night Lights. Man.
Yeah.
It's just a total different feel. I actually have never been to a high school game out here, so I might gotta check one of those.
Yeah, go check some of these out. Some of these schools really got some talent.
Yeah, I gotta go out there.
I have to go out here to the west side on Thursday because my son's playing. He's playing Desert Edge.
Are they good?
Desert Edge is out by you.
Oh,
it's
where?
on the west side. Yeah, they got like a whole squad of D1 athletes, and I'm like, all right, awesome. I'm about to go out there, and my son's going to do his best because he's a good athlete, but they got a squad over there. So.
Liberty got a squad too now.
That's where I'm going next week. My niece she's cheering in her final high school game, and they got Hamilton week the first round of the playoffs.
Liberty does.
Yeah, but they smashed them. I think a week from Friday.
Well, Liberty's crazy.
They
good.
are.
And Hamilton is not what they used to be.
Chandler crushed Hamilton last week.
Yeah.
Is Basha good again with the U of A recruit?
Bash is good, yeah, but they faltered a couple times. I don't think they made the Open. I think they're just in the 6A.
Do those games cost or are they free?
Yeah, they cost like $5 or $10. Yeah. Playoffs, they elevate.
You could probably flash your badge and get up.
I ain't do that. I paid the cost. I definitely got to slide to one of those games though.
Yeah.
What kind of did you have some big performances in high school games and in the playoffs?
Oh yeah,
I know we played a couple of your highlights and it was your entire career.
Yeah, the one thing that stuck out to me, I remember. I think Virginia Tech, a couple of their coaches had came to one of the playoff games, and it's crazy because Virginia Tech, I didn't have any like in-state offers.
Yeah.
No UVA, no Virginia Tech, and all of those coaches came to the games. Like I seen them standing at the games, head coaches like. And I'm scoring 3 touchdowns, you know what I'm saying, doing my thing and no offer. So it was just, that was very confusing to me at that age. I'm like, what's going on? So it was hard.
In Texas, I mean, they shut down towns for those games.
Oh, right. In Little West Texas, where I went to school?
Where'd you go to school?
It's called Denver City, Texas.
Okay.
We sucked. So we didn't make the playoffs.
Really?
Okay.
Put that, we didn't go to playoffs, not one time.
Man.
Not when I was in high school. But you go right up the road, Midland, Odessa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
You got the Mojo out there. I mean, they not what they used to be back in the day, but still, it was like Texas, they shut down. Like my little town, the only thing was open was a 24-hour gas station on Friday night. Everybody shuts down. They got shoe polish on every business window with our names, our numbers, and we sucked. And it was packed. Everybody in town came to that. And the next morning, all them old men that won a state championship in 1960 was talking shit about how bad we was at the little breakfast spot. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
It was the opposite for me. So I completely different.
Oh, we were terrible.
Flip that around.
Oh, we were bad.
Man. So like the Friday Night Lights, like what they do in the movie and then the show, that's pretty realistic.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Especially in West Texas. That's all you got out there. Yeah. It's all small towns. Mm-hmm. And nothing big. Even the cities is.
Yeah. How far were you from like Carter High School?
Oh, Dallas Carter? Yeah. We was where I'm at was like 5.5 hours from Dallas. Yeah. So you go, I was living in Houston for like the last 5.5 years. We was living out in Katy, where Katy High School at. That's another big. Yeah. They always perennial ones.
Yeah, Katie's like a college out there, man.
Dude, some of them offensive linemen that go to Katy, they look like they already juniors in college. They massive.
Texas and Cali, man. I've heard high school football.
And then Allen, that's where Kyler went, right?
Yeah, that's Allen.
Is that one of they've got like a kind of almost a football stadium?
They have a 60. Well, they were the originators of like because Texas is known for them high school football stadiums. These schools now is paying $75-80 million for high school football stadiums. Yeah. Allen started it. They built a $60 million stadium.
But that's a multi-use one.
Most of them are multi-use.
So like they have like 6 or 8 teams that
so Katy just did that.
So it's not just one high
2018. School. Katy did it in 2018, 2019. One of them years they built a $72 million one, and all the schools in Katy ISD use that. That's their home field.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, Katy has 2 of them though. They built the new one right next to the old one, so they got 2.
There was one of them that they built for like $60 million, and the foundation was cracked.
That was Allen,
and they had to scrap it, right?
That was Allen's.
Or did they fix it?
They ended up fixing it.
Okay. Now JG had you guys out to his old stomping grounds over the weekend.
Yeah,
you guys
so
go practice.
We went to his high school. It was cool. It started raining and stuff, but we got to walk around and we did like a walkthrough out there, so it was cool.
Did you like Cleveland?
That was my first time in Cleveland. The weather was,
it's Cleveland.
It was cool. It wasn't as cold as I thought it was gonna be. But yeah, it was smooth.
Yeah, Cleveland is.
Cleveland's awful.
It's fucking terrible.
It was
Remember all those years? It used to be. It was the mecca of like NBA. It was when LeBron was there. That was the only. Like,
that was the only thing that was a reason to go to Cleveland.
Yeah.
So, we're all witness.
Yeah.
It's like to this?
They literally
all of Cleveland, baby.
Yeah. That's wild.
It's been a fun episode. I was glad to get Brittan Golden here on set with Greg Dortch. And, of course, to talk to our guy, the all-purpose player, Greg Dortch. Upcoming game, hopefully the debut of a franchise quarterback on Sunday against the Atlanta Falcons. They're coming to town in Week 10. For the GM, Saul Bookman, Brittan Golden, of course, Greg Dortch, I'm Bo Brock. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. We'll talk to y'all soon.
We all silly like the mayor.